Hello again, WordPressers, and welcome to another video made by me, Rusty Ellis, on WordPressOrDie.com. Today I wanted to go over page speed and the importance of your website loading quickly. The first thing I want to point you to is a little bit of information on Google's own Webmaster Central blog. Down here they talk about some changes that they made back in July 2018, and they've noted that the importance of your website or pages on your website loading will be a ranking factor for mobile searches. They go on to talk about not being able to guarantee how much that will affect it, but I've read upwards of 40%. So with that in mind, also looking at how much mobile activity there is versus old school desktops. As I was reading here in Statista.com, they said 52% of all website traffic is generated through mobile phones. That's a pretty high percent, so definitely you don't want to ignore that. And everything trending looks as though it's going to continue to lean that way as people go more to their phones than actually sitting down and flipping open a laptop or going to some type of computer desktop. So again, with that in mind, we want to know how fast your page is loading, how fast your site, your WordPress site more specifically, is loading, and how Google reads that. One way we can do that, and the best place and source to go for that, is actually to go to Google. If they can tell you what your website looks like to them as far as page speed, then we're going right to the source where our ranking can be affected. What you need to do, and yes, I'm showing you that your page speed does matter. I'm going to show you a way that you can speed it up with very minimal effort, one plugin that can do it. And so first you can see I'm going to go over to my website here. I'm going to let it load up. Very, very, very basic. This is an offshoot of my .com site. It's .me, and this is where I put in my plugins and such, so you can see how it affects the website speed. I'm going to copy that right there, and let's go back to Page Speed Insights, and I'll put a link to this down in the description down below. But let's go ahead and put our URL in there, and then we're simply going to hit Analyze, and we're going to wait to see what it says. And of course, if your site has been around for a while and is heavy, then obviously you've been putting up images, your pages are a little bit beefier with information, everything from text to links to everything else. Those numbers might be a little more drastic and slow. As you can see, my base score, 86. Now again, I don't have anything loaded onto this .me site, and it's still loading at 86. You can see the numbers across here that average speeds, if you keep it between 50 and 89, then your average. Of course, we would much rather load up here in the fast section, and that's the tipping point, is not loading too many things on your site or optimizing your site so that you can still push up against this number. Okay, so keep track of this. 86, that's where I'm at right now. Just my raw site with really nothing on there but one plugin that I went over earlier, having to do with hiding your WordPress login page. So with that in mind, 86, let's go back to our WordPress site. I'm already logged in, as you can see from the top bar right here. So let's go ahead back in. We're going to go down to plugins. Inside of plugins, we want to install a new plugin. This is going to be crazy simpler than you think. In the search plugins, you're going to put in Autopitimze, and you don't even have to hit enter. It is going to automatically start typing. See the first thing that comes up here? Auto-optimize, that's what we want right there. It's going to go through, once you activate it, it's going to go through and optimize the different portions of your WordPress site auto-magically. Yes, I said auto-magically. You can see that they have quite a few reviews right there, 4.5 stars, and over 800,000 active installations. It's compatible with the most current version at this writing, which is always important to see. And also, it was last updated 2 months ago. Surprises me a teeny bit. Something this large, I would have thought that it would have been updated a little more recent than that. You can see one of the competitors over here that was just 7 days ago. But again, 2 months ago, not too bad. Maybe the author of the plugin, the developer, took a little vacation. If so, good on him. Good on you, Frank. Anyway, so let's go ahead and install it, auto-optimize it. Quickly installed. We're going to activate it. Once you activate it, it's going to take you to your plugins page. When you get to the plugin page, you can see that it is active. And you can see you can click on settings, or instead of clicking on settings here, you have two options. You can click on settings, and that will take you to the page to click a couple boxes to, again, auto-magically optimize your site. Or the second way, let's go back again. The second way is you can simply go to settings and then go down to auto-optimize. Now, there's only 3 tabs within there. This I love how smooth this runs right here. So all we're going to do is check auto-optimize HTML, optimize the JavaScript code, and also optimize CSS, the cascading style sheets. That's all we're going to do right here. You're going to click Save and Empty Cache. Simple as that. It's set up. You're done. There's nothing else. I mean, you can go in. There are some more extra options that you can make changes to if you know what you're doing. Let's just go over and see what Page Insights says about this now. So now we've auto-optimized our site. We were at an 86 before. Let's hit Analyze one more time and see if it actually improved our site speed. So 86 was our 96. Sorry, that kind of floored me right there. It gave us 10 percentage points higher, 10 points higher. So now we're at 96. Where does that leave us? Right there in the fast range. So these just default settings can make a difference for your page to load faster. If your page loads faster, then we know that Google is ranking your page higher on the mobile platform. And if it's ranking higher on the mobile platform, we know that over 50% of the people who are surfing the web now are using mobile. Vis-a-vis, you are getting ranked higher and seen more through your WordPress site. So that's what I wanted to do today, was just show you that quick little plugin. It's fantastic that you can just hit a couple buttons and your website will be optimized. Do know that when you run that number, Google is going to have sections down here, either red, orange, or green, that will give you advice on other things you could change. And this is something for a later date. I just wanted to make this a basic plugin installation tutorial. There are other things definitely you can work on and dive in deeper, but for now, hey, I'm pretty happy with a 96. I don't know about you, but I will take that every day of the week. I'll have to come back here again once we start beefing up the .me website with a little bit of information and such. We can go back and see the ranking and how it's continuing to do. I hope this was helpful. If it was, I would love it if you would hit the thumbs up and also consider subscribing as we go along in these tutorials having to do with WordPress and these installing core plugins and just some tips and tricks that I've found along the way, having created dozens of WordPress websites. Hope you have a great day. Keep on WordPressing. Bye for now.